Standing at the mirror, I combed the tangles from my hair, wondering where Sandy got her romantic notions. Honestly, she was hopeless, always fixing people up, or trying to, always falling too hard and getting her heart broken. But she kept bouncing back from every knight who turned into a cad and every dreamboat that gave her nightmares. Not me. Once was enough. True love came, swept me away with the force of a rain-swollen river, then washed me up onto the rocks. It had happened a good 5 years ago, during my last semester of college, but the memory was still raw around the edges. I flinched now as his name flashed through my mind, that name I never wanted to hear again. It was better, I thought, to think about another name, John David Honeycutt. He hadn't been home when I'd called a few minutes before, so I'd left a message that had probably sounded a little too desperate. Maybe he'd decide it was merely enthusiasm making me talk too fast. "Yes, really," I said aloud, grimacing at my reflection. "Well, get a grip at the interview, if you get one. This could be a golden opportunity." My image nodded back at me, and I noticed a faint blush in my cheeks. High excitement at the prospect of gainful employment. I'd have to make sure it was there if and when I met Mr. Honeycutt. The hint of color made me look eager and responsive. And that unexpected spark in my eyes brought green into the deep brown. I blinked, looking again and feeling pleased. I'd put my hair up, twirling the shoulder-length locks around my fingers until they coiled into a semblance of a French twist. I'd add my real gold earrings. The new red blouse from the discount mall would bring out the red in my brown hair, and I'd wear the black skirt that made me look taller than 5'6". It was easier to decide what to wear than what to say. "Why do you want this job?" I could hear him asking that standard interview question. Why, indeed? How wonderful it would be to be honest. I don't want this job. I don't want any job. I'm an artist. I want to devote my time to my art, follow my heart, use my talent. I want to paint. I was shaking my fists, raising my voice, repeating out loud the thoughts I'd had 1,000,000 times. But artists starve in their garrets next to playwrights and novelists. Truly, I was thinner than I'd been 4 months ago, when my last job had ended unexpectedly. Clearing my throat, I practiced a more tempered response. "I've always had an eye for detail." Well, that was certainly true enough. "I have a great fondness for history and recognize its importance to the present." Ditto there. "And I'm ready for a new challenge in my life."